down. We just came to break it 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 down. We just 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 break it down.
I stay grinning, that's the look in the face of niggas who stay winning. This shit only work cause I did it. I had these niggas off for the game and the knife in it. I got women and boots, my dough spinning. You can see how we're moving, the wheel spinning. Every time I move with big business, my crew, we own the club, you just attending. Now bounce that ass like you supposed to. Don't mind that buzz, my love, yeah, that's a hoster. Yeah, that's me that you see up on that poster. E-game niggas get bread and carry toasters. We pop bottles, no glasses, and no coasters. We pop hollows, we faggot, it's all over. When I say load, I'm faithful from the soldier. I'm a word star, nigga, I don't niggas bullshit.
We just came to break it down. 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 We turned down. Let's 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 break it down.
Check me out. The juice rigid, NY, keep that lean on my fitted. I been fly, stack my green and my digits. Did I stack my team, you punk bitches? E-game, backing these women cause they with it. I like the ones who do less bitching and more sipping. I don't hide, see when I drive, when I'm dipping. You hating dudes, you lose cause you driving the Civic now. Nigga make room cause this is beast mode. The more bottles I pop, the more I blink slow. Got mommy dancing on tables on the street clothes. She wanna drink champagne or through my pee-hole. The players came when the game is making free throws. You pop a molly and sweating when you can keep those. You see me more vodka and buckets, yeah I need those. And when my table get low, we just reload.
We just came to break it down. 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 We turned down. Let's 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 break it down.
Look. Bank with midgets, the money low, your dough ain't in my figures. The bummy clothes is old, my gear expensive. The funny flows is old, my ears can't hear it. Your check bounce, my bank account say no limit. Master P, axe and P, don't spin it. I ball hard, score without moving my pivot. Treat cars like slave, I push a man whipping out. Turn the shit up so we can bump that. Anywhere I park my car is with the clubs out. Badge, I make her dance, I know she love that. She gave me big smiles on both sides of her butt crack. Take it all, break it off, throw in and let her touch that. Now she wanna make her lip touch the tip of my nutsack. Grab her head, make her lip touch the tip of my nutsack. The whole place get turned if I say fuck that.
We just came to break it down. 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 We turned down. Let's 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 break it down. We just came to break it down. We just came to break it down. We just came to break it down.
Yeah. Chill. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Words with POODAY and
PLAGA. Sometimes you already know.
Special guest in the building,
Special
Lord
guest.
Vital.
Lord Vital.
The world's most.
The world's most. What's that joint we were just playing? What's the name of that joint right there?
Oh, that's Break It Down.
Let's break
Break
it
it
down.
down.
We just came to
I like
break
that
it
little
down.
joint. I like
Yeah,
that
we
little,
can find
just
that.
got a nice
Where
bounce to
Yeah,
it.
that bounce was nice.
Yeah,
bounce was
the
so close.
EIB album is out everywhere. It's on iTunes, Rhapsody, Spotify, PlayStation, Xbox.
Everything.
Okay.
That's what's up. That's what's
That's
up.
what's going on, man. That's what's going on. What's going on in the world? What's happening?
What's happening?
What's happening with y'all, man? Talk to
It's
me, man.
Monday.
Monday.
Got back to
news.
work, huh? You already know.
Hey, man.
It's back to the work week, top of the work week.
Hey,
What we
man,
got going on in the sports world? We got anything going on in the
I
sports
mean,
world?
a lot of preseason going on. Ezekiel still didn't hit camp. You know what I'm saying? Giants is what the Giants is. Jets is what the Jets is. You know what I'm saying? I'm just ready for the regular season when it comes to the NFL. Y'all already know what it is.
Yeah,
The
I might
NBA,
watch this
you know
year
what
because
mean?
I haven't watched in 2 years. To be
So-
honest, I was with Cap, but
Yeah.
he got his bread, so he got his money. So
So now you feel liberated to watch.
maybe I could
feel
watch
good?
again. Maybe I'm a Cowboys fan, so maybe I could watch again. I wasn't actually even a fan of Cap, but I stood with Cap though. I ain't watch.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah. NBA, you already know what that is. That's short change right now.
Oh yeah,
Just
NBA. You know
You know what I'm saying?
Brooklyn
Some of
is the
these over
shit,
all of
baby.
that, yeah,
you know
that.
Brooklyn the shit. KD.
So you
Easy
already
money
know what that
sniper.
is. But yeah, man, we got a special guest in the
Special
building
guest,
today.
Lil Vital.
I ain't that
You already-
special.
You already know. Yeah, he ain't that special.
That's special, man. What you got going
He's
on,
thinking
man?
special, Pooh.
It's crazy because even for y'all to talk about sports, and you would think with all the training and shit I be doing, I don't watch sports.
You don't watch sports?
Nah, man.
Not at all.
That's
Last time I watched
crazy.
basketball, Yoon was playing.
God damn.
Facts though.
You act like you 50.
Nah, facts though, because dudes really play ball. Once I started seeing people get tapped and they slide on the floor, I'm like, this is like wrestling now. It's like the more money they made, the less contact they was getting. So I'm like, I just lost.
You got to
interest.
protect your investments.
I feel that, but as a person watching, I don't care about that. I want to see.
You want to see?
I'm
hits.
used to
You wanna see
dudes playing crate ball in Utah. So when they had people like Barkley on the game,
I feel you.
Know what I mean,
Nah, we
shit
come from
was
that era.
different. Yeah.
When the Knicks was the Knicks, you heard?
Yeah.
That's why I'm a Knicks fan. When the Knicks was the Knicks.
Yeah. So speaking of the workout, so what you got going on with that? How is that?
Everything.
Let the people know more about you right there that don't know about
Well,
you.
people who don't know, I'm Lord Vital, V12 Vital, aka The Beast, CEO and founder of Everything is Beast Mode. Also the website, everythingisbeastmode.com. That's where all my merch is at. But yeah, it started out early in the 90s with the whole calisthenics before YouTube made dudes famous. We was out there doing it, and it wasn't even really for the fame for it. It was just more of the person who saved me told me you only as strong as the ones you teach. So that got me training other people. And like I said before, it was never about trying to be noticed. That's why I got a lot of friends that also do the same thing, and they fame is like higher than mine because people look for that. With me, as long as you knew what I did for you, that's what mattered. That was my fame right there. So
That's
Facts.
what's up.
yeah,
That's what's up.
like my
That's
fame,
what kept you motivated.
yeah,
Yeah.
But even with that became like the rap game. Well, you got the younger dudes who learn from us, and now they doing it and doing all the extra stuff and trying to shit on.
Shit on the
Yeah,
the last generation.
Yeah, but they can't take away what I did from the game. Like I'm still Jordan of the game.
Yeah, nah.
Facts.
Yeah, you can go check Vital workout videos. Where you
Yeah, let them know where your workout videos at and all that. And
It's
things of that
easy.
nature.
If you just Google Everything is Beast Mode. I'm Googleable. That's what they call it now.
call it Googleable.
If you an Instagram head, if you hashtag it, you would see, not only would you see mine, you would see other fans that inspired by what I do, and they tag that hashtag also. It's still the same thing.
That's
Yeah.
what's up. So you
That's what's
promote
up.
a healthy lifestyle.
Yes, you got to, because even with all the money in the world, you can die from health. Know what I mean? Like, you got to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
That's first. So
Agreed.
That's why I fell back from a lot of shit that we was doing, running around. You gotta, like, we in our 40s now. I mean, like, y'all ain't hit the 40 yet.
Yeah.
But shit changed.
Shit changed, yeah, nah, I feel you.
Yeah.
I ain't touch it yet, but I feel you.
It's there, because look how many of our brothers we lost, though.
Yeah.
Feel me? Fact, and it was like back to back. So it kind of makes you want to think about.
This past 2 years,
Yeah.
a lot of brothers lost to health reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely with the wellness, eating right and getting your mind right and things of that nature.
Yeah, and that actually, and then even from that, just seeing how fast, like, our people was passing, what got my wife into her health, because she's already a nurse, but she dealt more with kids and with cancer patients. So that transferred her from doing that to more health for everybody. So, like, even with that, like, the detoxing, that's what, like, because we do a lot of stuff, the food we eat, the stuff that we drink. Like, I can drink this, like, even though it's liquor, I can drink it because I know I could go detox, flush my system out, and
Clean
get rid
it out.
of it. Yeah,
I can flush it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to. Hell, you have to. That's the reason why, even as, like a car, I treat my body like a car. You got to get that oil change.
Hey, you see, and that's important. People see that he just dropped some knowledge about flushing your system, like part of your daily regimen.
Yeah.
Like, but it's too much
Yeah,
flushing.
I drink
no
a lot
good?
of water myself.
It's too much flushing, no good.
Yeah, of course.
So-
too much of everything, of anything is not good.
True say,
Even
true
if you
say.
drink too much water, like, you would think that's not possible.
So you said your wife had the detox teas. What
Yeah,
is
not
it?
only does she do detox tea, she also does, she got health products. Like, she got something that I use, like hair, skin, and nails. She got energy pills. Like, it's a whole lot of stuff, and it's all natural. And if you go to my website, which is everythingisbeastmode.com, you'll see the link up there, and it says healthy lifestyle, or you'll see TLC product, and it'll take you straight to her website. So you can buy my merchandise, which is like fitness apparel, and then you can buy your health products straight from her.
Cool, nice. A dynamic dude y'all got going on there. Huh? I see y'all working.
I respect it.
Maybe
That's what we all about.
I see you working out there. That's what's
Black
up. I like that.
entrepreneurship.
That's what
man.
I like that. I like that.
We love that.
Yeah, since you know, since the beginning, we always was different.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean that's what separated our crew from everybody
From
else.
everybody else, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we got some history.
Yeah, being different.
We got some
being
history
different.
with Lord Vital.
But
yeah.
yeah. So, what about the music? So you had the workout and the fitness that started out in the '90s. And what about the music?
The music, it was like hand to hand, because you know, like, with me, it started out with the whole battling, the table shit. Know what I mean, and when I first started doing music, it was different because I just wanted to rap. So even when I got put on by my boy Triple L, he brought me to Dizzo studio in like '92. I just wanted to rap. No choruses,
No chorus.
no nothing. I just
wanna
had
rap.
verses.
Spit some bars, huh?
go.
Yeah, but I didn't understand song making. You know what I mean? Like I came from that era, we just stood on the corner all day and just rhyme. But once I learned how to create songs, I started putting that into my music and lifestyle.
How many songs you think you got now?
Now I probably got about 600.
600.
Yeah.
That's a good amount.
That's a lot of songs.
It's a lot of work.
Because you got to remember, I had to, like I was trained different. Even they the ones who actually brought me on to calisthenics. And even when I first started dealing with
When you say they, Triple L?
Triple L and Kev Webb. But
Okay,
Kev Webb,
Triple
they both.
Notion Ave had Kev Webb, right?
Yeah, he's from the Ave.
Yeah, I heard
they
his
both
name
put me on to the calisthenic game, but Triple L was more into the music because his brother rapped. So it got to the point I was like the backup group. So everything that I did, I had to earn my spot. So I used to be in the studio for days, weeks, and would never get in the booth because it wasn't my time yet. I had to earn that. So I used to sit there and I just play the background. They going doing songs and stuff. They need a hook. I start writing hook. I got one. I was doing that.
It's working,
Yeah, so
it's working.
They used to be like, nah, we good. But there was that one time that they needed that help, and I came through.
In the crutch, right?
Yeah.
Right.
It
I had some nice
facts
shit.
though, it just started out just as a chorus, but when they see how fast I work, they were like, all right.
Your ethic.
Yeah. But what really killed it is that he started getting Hollywood, because you know that's his big brother was the manager of our company. So it was one day that he came to a show late, and Triple L was mad at him. So you know he's talking about him. He's like, man, I don't need this shit. I can leave, and he broke out. So Triple L management is still on the bill to perform. So all he had was me and my boy Odyssey. What we gonna do? He's like, all right, V, you up?
You up?
That's all
It's
he
your
had
time
to
to
say.
shine.
That's it. And you was ready.
You got your 15.
Yeah, I got my 15. Never
You got
since
your
then,
15,
because he didn't understand how nice I was. And like I said, I had verses, so it was like DJ put the beat on.
He was ready to go.
Once
Ready
he put
to
the
go.
beat on, it was a rap. But then, like as they trained me to actually do songs, it was over.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
That's what's
That's
up.
an important jewel right there, because
Yeah.
most people, like, they don't understand the patience sometimes that you have to have.
Yeah.
If you're a part of something, you have to see the bigger vision sometimes.
And everybody don't
And pay
start
your
at the
dues.
top floor. We
Nah,
usually
man.
start at the ground floor. We have to build and work for these names and
Yeah,
things.
I lost a lot of friends behind that because they never understood why every time something happened, I was always the one to get pushed first.
Yeah.
Because they be like, nah, Vital more ready, and they don't. They think it's because of the songs. It's not. They know mentally I was more ready for the industry than the rest of them was, because they didn't. I've been around people. I know what goes on. I know how to shake hands with people I don't like, because it's business. It's a music business. They think it's about just music. They keep forgetting the business part. Oh, my bad. Yeah. And that's the main part. Now, I mean, because what I was told is who you know will get you in the game. What you know determines how long you stay in it.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. I mean, once they put you there, it's on you. They
Yep.
ain't gonna make your songs for you and make your hits for you, unless you're giving up 90%.
So you got anything new coming out? Any projects you working on or anything
Yeah,
like that?
I still got the V12 item, because I did change the name. I dropped the Lord and just went straight V12.
V12. That's your new. That's your new.
It
name.
goes along, and it goes along with the same fitness lifestyle, because if you treat your body like a car, you'll understand it. 'Cause
Understand.
I mean, like,
V12.
Yeah, because
yeah.
like this right here, this is your
I
engine
get it.
right here. I live off of torque and horsepower.
Okay.
Know what I mean, so when we did the whole beast mode thing, that's still gonna be first. That was off raw power, but as you got a V12 car, you can't drive a V12 car the same way you drive a V8 or
V8 or
V6.
V6, yeah.
Because it's more faster, so you got to be more technical with it. Because one mistake, you crash and you can just
Go finish.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Speaking of cars,
Crash and burn now.
Speaking of cars, yeah, you laughing? Huh?
Speaking of cars,
what size is your wheels
what
now?
size is your wheels?
What size is your wheels now, huh?
Because I know you like the wheels.
This guy, he love wheels and the sound.
You love the V12s and things of that nature.
8s and
Nah,
12s.
I still got 24s on the Hummer.
24s on the Hummer.
But I got 35-inch tires though, so it makes it look crazy because it's a Hummer. But you know me, when I had that Armada, I had the 60s.
Shout out to Vital though on the Army paint, because there's a lot of rappers who got a lot more money than we do, and they started to do that. He was the first person I saw with the fatigue paint, man. Shout out to Vital for the H2. That joint's nice.
I always wanted to get something that was different. Yeah, that's what made it stand out. Know what I mean?
Facts.
Like look how many times, like, just to think about the shows that we did.
Yeah.
Imagine you see 40, 50 people, purple, lime, green. They like, what is this?
What is
We ain't even doing
nothing.
nothing. We ain't even doing nothing. But it just makes you want to. And I learned that's about a part of marketing.
We did a lot of things with the purple and lime green.
Yeah, it's a part of marketing. Like even if we chose just blue and white, if you see a bunch of it, you're gonna be like, what is that? It makes people ask questions, and that's what you always want. You want people to ask questions, to get intrigued about whatever you're doing.
That's a fact.
That's a super.
It's all about business and marketing.
Yeah,
that's a super fact. So do you have a workout CD? Since it's like hand to hand, have you ever made a workout CD like specifically for a workout?
This is one of the things that separated me from everybody else. Like even when I used to get invited to go overseas, I always turned them down. The reason for it, because I'm real big on tradition. Like when you think about like kung fu flicks, even when we talk about kung fu flicks, you never seen the grand master traveling to go meet students. He sits on his mountain and he chill. If you had the privilege of walking up there and getting to him,
if you can make it up, that mountain, you're like, how the hell he got up here?
How he got up
But
here?
he don't leave.
Yeah, but I'm not going to y'all. Nah, you would get more experience coming to me. Pause. But yeah, and even like when people flew from overseas to come train with us, like in Lincoln Terrace, like I could put a DVD out. You can get my DVD. You can watch the DVD, but my DVD can't watch you work out. I'm like, nah, hold it, do this, or correct that and do this.
Oh yeah, make sure it's correct.
Yeah, you can't get that.
Make
from
sure
a
you're
DVD.
accurate. Yeah,
you would get.
You have to be hands on with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so basically, in other words, you're more hands on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So do you offer personal training?
Yeah. Yeah, but I could tell who really want it and who really wants just to be saying they worked out with me. Yeah.
So you get those sometimes. You get people that come in, they pay to train with you, and it's just for the fame to train with you.
You can tell because the cameras come out immediately. I'm like, hey, we ain't even.
They want to take a picture of this shit. Like,
yeah,
throw my IG.
Like, cause they don't understand. Like, once we in the park working out, other people gonna film, so you gonna get that footage. But to just be off the rip, like, come on, let's get a picture. I'm like, damn, like, dude, you ain't even do 10 pull-ups yet.
Can we bust a sweat first? Right?
Yeah, facts though. So I always thought different from everybody else, but they look at it as, nah, you need the fans. I don't need fans. I don't need fans.
You don't need fans.
What you need? What you need?
I need the truth.
You need the truth.
That means more.
That means more to you.
That's the reason why, like, if you notice, like, after like with that whole battle between calisthenics and what they call street workout, I fell back from it. And it's the same like with the rap game. Like it got too commercialized. So the original way of just doing basic calisthenics, even though it's more effective, it's not entertaining. Just to see people do regular pull-ups. They want to see the spinning around.
People want to pay to see everything now.
Yeah, but it's not really good because you'll get somebody to learn how to do a 360 spin on the ball but can't do 10 pull-ups. So it's kind of ridiculous.
He's just practicing for the moment.
Yeah. And you know, now once they came out with Instagram, before when it was YouTube, we had 6, 7, 10-minute videos of just straight working out. Now you can get fame in 60 seconds. The game has changed.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Yeah,
so you gotta
because you definitely a beast.
Yeah,
you definitely a beast in person. I mean, I didn't see you do it on your knuckles, on your fingertips.
Yeah. But the thing that people didn't understand, that everybody else who worked out with me was under 200 pounds. So you seeing me doing shit at 210, 220 when dudes is like $180, $160. Yeah.
How much you weigh right now?
Right now I'm probably like 215.
215.
Yeah, cause you know I'm in VA. I'm married. I'm chilling.
You living the married life.
Yeah.
The good life, huh? Hey.
Yeah, I'm the fat gym teacher. I just know how to tell you what to do. I ain't got to do it myself.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Niggas still eat steaks and shit. Things of that nature.
Facts though.
Yeah, see, and that's another misconception. So you definitely can eat what you want, just to keep, because there's a lot of people out there that definitely.
But you have to keep
I met a
your
lot of people that
workout
work
regimen
out. I
consistent.
met a lot of people that work out, and they definitely know about you, and they look up to you a lot, and they work out, and they respect their work ethic a lot. So you do have a lot of fans. As far as, even though you say you don't want fans like that, you do have a lot of fans.
They
that really appreciate that. Listen to what I'm saying. That really appreciate your work out there.
Yeah.
So what would you tell those people out there that's watching, that really watch your videos and really like what you doing and things of that nature, as far as eating and things of that nature and keeping their mind right out here?
What I would tell them, they can always contact me directly. Because this is one thing, like, it's a lot of people that's in this game. You can't contact them because they get Hollywood. Like, no, you can't contact me without payment first.
Yeah, for payment, they want money.
Yeah,
to talk.
It's
to talk about the workout.
It's nothing wrong with it, because you got to know your worth.
Yeah.
But like I told y'all before, my pay is making you great. Like, if you great, you gonna pay that homage back to me, and when you pay that homage back to me, I get to pay it back to Triple L and Cab Web. Like, it's like dudes forgot that chain of command of respect that goes backwards. You feel me? So just contact me. I'll tell you everything you need to know. If I don't know it, I ask my wife about it.
Give them your contacts again, just in case they didn't hear it.
Yeah, you can hit me at my email is v12vital@gmail.com. I answer all emails.
If you want to get your workout on, holla at my man.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up. And do you have any other artists or anything like that under you right now?
I wouldn't say I got artists that I put out, but I do work with a lot of artists. Because even as far like with the hip hop game, I started focusing more on the R&B, because it's easy to do a rap song. Now, I mean, you get a good beat, a hook, you can just rap on it. When you're dealing with R&B, I also like the challenge, because it's less words. You have to actually create that to make it what it is.
Create that feeling.
Yeah.
Create that vibe.
So right now you're more on your R&B.
More your R&B.
Yeah, because I got a lot of rap songs.
Yeah.
I've been recording for years. I got raps. I got songs already recorded. I could really release 10 albums right now if I wanted to, of stuff that's already recorded. But it's just the love. You got to love what you do. I love creating R&B songs, because not too many people who doing it. You know what I mean? And it's, like I said, it's the mode that you got to be in. Because I could be the hardest rapper on stage doing anywhere, and then being like, what's up? And start busting out of two, like, nah, this ain't me. It's for her. Like, like putting yourself in different people's lifestyle to come up with some shit to write about. You know what I mean? So
that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So right now in the rap game, you would want to, if you wanted to pursue the rap game with Hard Body, I don't know, are you still pursuing the rap game with Hard Body, or would you like to be a writer for an artist?
The thing about me, I understand that I don't need a label. I'm my own label. Once you understand how to put your own music out, it pretty much takes away the label aspect, because all you're doing is like you financing a car. You look good in it, but you don't own it. It's the same as a record deal. You got to pay that back plus interest. I put my own stuff up. I'd rather save my money and then buy it straight out.
I want to buy. I want to own.
Yeah. So anything that you put out is independent.
It's mine.
And they can find it on all venues.
Yeah. There's no timetable. I can put music out when I want. The fans still going to listen to it. They're going to critique it. I can say, all right, this week I want to do an album based off just for women. And I could put an album just on that. I could do an album just for the grimy shit. I could do whatever I want when you own your own masters, your own stuff. Like, it's up to me.
I mean, you see a lot of rappers, a lot of youngins is doing that right now, and this is how they getting their notoriety.
Yeah.
They skipping the part with the majors and getting their notoriety off of straight YouTube and streams and Facebook Live and
that's all it's about. Once you, cause, and that's the issue with a lot of the older artists. They have to learn how to do the social media networking. Yeah, because it's not the same game. It's not the same game. Yeah,
that's why I was saying. How do you feel about the? I was going to ask you. How do you feel about the game right now, as far as the artists? What it takes even to get on. Like, it's just different. It's totally different from.
If you listen to one artist, you listen to all of them. Yeah, it's sad. I remember I used to love wanting to watch the BET ciphers. now I haven't watched the BET Cypher.
That was the favorite part of the BET Awards.
Did you see these shits is trash, man.
I can't do it.
That the
I
double
haven't watched.
even the double XL.
Honestly, I haven't watched.
Like the
It's
freshmen.
horrible.
If you would look at the freshmen, the new freshmen coming in, I'm like, yo, these would have been dudes we jumped and beat up. Like facts. I'm like, yo, and the way they rap is like they don't even care about the craft.
No. They're just trying to get a couple dollars.
Yeah.
They don't care about anything.
But see, the thing is, I can respect it, but then don't expect me to say it's hip hop because it's not.
It's not.
That's totally different. You just making hit records, but that's not hip hop.
It's not hip hop though.
They rapping and tapping.
Facts. That's a good point you made up. Like I can respect it if you just say, "Nah, I'm here for the bread."
But none of them are saying that.
But
They try to
don't
talk
say
like
that.
they are
Don't say that you
of
like,
the culture.
Yeah.
And this is what I do, and I represent the culture.
Yeah.
But you don't really represent the culture.
Nor do they study it.
I mean, you know, people always have a misconception if they're a part of something, then they automatically, that's the culture. So if they rap and they making it, like he said, they making hit records, then they automatically like, yo, I'm in the culture. I'm supporting the culture. Like when you turn the radio on, you hear me. Like I'm selling out here.
There
I'm
was a
going
whole,
platinum. So that'd be the disparity.
Generation of rappers that we saw that came and went maybe like 5 years ago with like Little John. Like, cause now the South has a hold on the game. So I'm gonna just speak a little facts real quick. Little John, and they kind of led the way on that movement. Little John, Bone Crusher.
It was a lot of them.
It was a lot of them.
Cause you got
it was
like
a lot
the
of them.
piggyback on what you said. You got to remember, we used to New York running the game.
Yeah, we were used to that.
Yeah, so if you look at how the history of hip hop went, they always gave a section their own time to shine. Because it was at one time when Snoop and them, all you heard was the West. West was killing it. Then you had
Dre and
then
all,
you had the Miami cats like Trick Daddy, Trina, and all of them. When they came out, like everybody had their own shine to put music out, but it never came back to New York. Now you may still have a couple of cats that can put records out, but it wasn't.
The last couple of cats that we had.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's true too.
To be totally honest, how many cats that we had?
Only Jay really be going.
Yeah.
How many cats have we had in the past 5 years, rather? And I could name a few who had records, but the backup, the following behind that didn't match the records, and it's nothing. There's no spark.
Yeah.
You know, here.
Yeah, I mean, because as
I
far
can
as
name
the
a
spark
couple
goes,
of cats.
as far as the spark goes hard.
They had a couple
around
spark.
the country.
They had
it would
Bobby
have to be
Smurda.
the South.
You had Bobby
Bobby
Smurda.
Smurda, yeah, his spark was
He
all
had
over the country.
a record, but they're locked up. You know, street ties. Even Tekashi, but he's a rat. That's another story. Casanova. Cardi B maybe be the most consistent in the new of the newest
she's commercial
generation.
though. Yeah. Even though she has like this whole stripper underground thing about her, she's a commercial artist. She's promoted as
she make
a
radio
commercial.
records for sure.
Of course,
that's for
I
sure.
mean, so when you look at the game, just
but she didn't start like that.
But you
so
know what?
it's
I
like,
respect Cardi B's grind. She always kept it genuine. She's been genuine from day one.
Because she knew how to manipulate the game.
Yeah. Facts.
What she did, like even with the whole love of hip hop, she ain't really care about that show. It was about getting herself. Because what she did is create a character.
Basic.
Anytime you on TV and you create a character, your character could become bigger than the show itself. I want to see her. She might can get her own show. And then she dipped off. Nah, I'm gonna do this. She left just at the right time because once you end up on them reality shows, your music
career is damn near over. Yeah,
pretty much.
All that shit is a dead end.
Yeah, but she, like you said, she used that shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because Self had a chance to sign her, actually.
Yeah.
And he went with the other chick.
Yeah, but that's...
What's her name? I
forgot her name.
You see?
But that's what the music game is about. The music game is basically a stepping stone. You use that music to create your money, to create revenue, to open up other businesses.
Yeah.
That's the game plan.
Agreed.
You don't expect. That's why, like, with somebody like 50, you can be like, "Oh, 50, he finished.
No,
he's never.
He's making money off of TV. He's doing all kind of shows and series. I don't understand
Power about
that.
to start.
Power about to start in August. And
so
shout out
like,
to 50 because I fuck with people like that. Like, it won't last forever. So
it's not
gonna. Everybody's not meant to be on top forever either. There's certain artists, even artists like, be honest with you, and I don't want to call names like that too much because I don't like to be, people be getting sour over things. But look, a veteran just dropped the album recently, and the album was garbage. He's supposed to be top 5. Mm-hmm. You can maybe check, maybe you could do your research and maybe think about what I'm thinking about. But the album was garbage, and
Lost tapes too.
Yeah, fuck it. Pooday said it. Fuck
This
it.
nigga.
You gotta
Shit was
understand.
garbage, son. Like like growth doesn't just mean you spitting a whole bunch of bars.
But
all
so
over
you
the
saying
place.
growth? But remember,
Yeah, like,
he's saying
I
that,
wanna-
he's saying that
I can't
he's
adapt
saying
to
that
these
these
things.
are archives. These are not. This is nothing new that he.
But
brings
you
in.
Don't put
I'ma
it
tell
out
you-
now. It's
I'm
garbage.
gonna tell you the thing.
It's garbage.
I'm gonna tell you the thing about Nas. Like when you start hearing people talk about Nas,
That was garbage.
they always had
I'm mad
some
at
of.
that.
They always said Nas used to pick the worst beats.
Yeah.
So for him to try to release lost tapes, you putting out beats that,
You
that
lost
wasn't
me.
even popping then, and you trying to because it's me. This is what it is, and they like nah because the public is not even listening to that genre of music no more.
It's garbage.
Yeah, when he was doing music, you didn't have people singing on choruses.
And I'm all for the
That's a fact.
the knowledge. I'm
That's a
all
fact.
for the knowledge because right now we in a state of war. We in war. We at
If
war.
he did, it was R&B.
If you brown skin black, we at war. So I'm all for the knowledge, and I just be like, damn, niggas try to drop knowledge and you can't diss everything and then you come with trash.
Yeah, yeah, facts though.
You can't diss everything and your shit trash, man.
Cause you still gotta speak the lingo of what's going on.
You still have to relate to the times. You gotta evolve. Certain people evolved. A couple people were good at that. A couple people survived the times as far as that. Like maybe like LL.
Yeah,
Even Jay-Z
I'm
survived.
about to say even if you want to talk about, I'm about to bring him up too.
Even
even
Hov
with
survived.
the 444 album. You know what I mean,
That was hard.
That was us that bought that.
Yeah.
That was hard for us, but them young dudes ain't.
They ain't like it, but that album was tough.
Yeah,
dog.
they wasn't mentally ready.
It wasn't
hear
like the
that
Lost
album.
Tapes. No disrespect.
Yeah,
I
that's
fuck
a
with Nas. I'm not even trying to be disrespectful, but I just look at it like, why are you dropping this now?
Yeah.
You're of the time because you survived it. So please do something up to date that the people could relate to.
Did you like the shit that he put on Khaled? That he did with Khaled?
That was cool because Khaled gonna, cook something up new. Yo, listen, I learned this because I'm an artist myself.
So he should have stayed on
rap,
that type of wave then.
I rap and I fuck with music, but I learned this over the times. Like, it's not about what I like.
Yeah.
It's really not about. I'm not making this shit for myself,
Yeah,
mother.
Yeah, you
That's
see-
No, fuck.
that's
I'm
the-
listening to myself all
That
day.
is the main part right there.
Yeah, but
Like,
you know what though? Look,
I'm not
you can
making this shit for myself.
Listen, you can. That's the mindset
Yeah.
of someone who's already made it.
Yeah.
Like once you make it, you like, this is what I'm doing.
But you got the
So
biggest
either-
platform and you don't utilize
So
it.
nah, that you absolutely right. But I'm just telling you the
What the
mindset.
fuck? I
The
don't
mindset
understand
is
that.
like, yo, this is what I'm doing, and that's that. You feel me? Because I'm not hungry.
Yeah.
And it's just like sports, and it's just like what you were saying with working out. Like you could tell those that don't really want it.
Yeah.
I say that all the time. That there was teammates on my team that they just suited up. They just put on the jersey and they just came to work. Like, but they ain't love it though.
Yeah.
They just here. They fucking sucked as a team. They didn't put no work in it.
First of all, I'm
gonna
gonna say Nas should be putting that music out like he owed Khalid's child support like he do, cause them numbers is crazy. He has. You can't put that trash out.
You can't put that trash.
When she hitting them pockets every
She hitting
month, like
them
you
pocket.
still
Yo,
like.
Hov was correct.
Yeah.
Yo, and we ain't even gonna go into that. Hov was correct in his little takeover joint. He was talking knowledge in it. But anyway, man.
Yeah, he was.
We're gonna play another joint from Lord Vital. We're gonna play another joint. And we're gonna come back. We're gonna get straight to it. We're gonna get into the gang culture.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into it, man.
I like your style.
We're gonna get straight into it on after halftime. We're gonna maybe take a couple callers because I know it's a couple people watching live. They're like, God damn it. God damn it. It's Lord Vital up there with POODAY and Plaga. It's a lot of controversy behind us in the streets. Shout out to all my DFL real niggas.
gang. Who fucking with that?
What's fucking with me? All my real G's that be fucking with me. Throw up them hands if you fucking with me. Niggas talking reckless won't say nothing to me. Ain't the bacon won't do nothing to me. Ain't no niggas fucking with me. We squeeze that man like it ain't nothing to me. I got a team of shooters that be fucking with me. My whole team of shooters that be fucking with me.
Look, I give them orders like the drive-through. Nothing but slaughters when they ride through. And they come through fast and blasting and let you have it. You faggot bastards still flagging to me, you ain't got no status. The nigga Ruff said they only tough phone lines to hold the plan. Like soda cans when it's crunch time. My goons, I eat your food like it's lunchtime. You get snuffed if you diss me in your rap. That's a punchline. I'm like LeBron, I roll with heat and shoot and moving big. Shoot the fit, who let disturb your peace? This is ludicrous. You dudes be something in front like they be moving bricks. Your weed game like Spike Lee, you're only moving nicks. And the truth is this, how you dudes exist. Trying to follow in my steps when the shoes don't fit. I'm the shit when I'm shitting. You a whip with no system. The 40 and put your insides out like you getting evicted.
All my real G's that be fucking with me. Throw up them E's if you fucking with me. Niggas talking reckless won't say nothing to me. Ain't the bacon won't do nothing to me. Gang ain't no niggas fucking with me. We squeeze that man like it ain't nothing to me. I got a team of shooters that be fucking with me. My whole team of shooters that be fucking with me.
You niggas ain't even relevant. If I send them, they dead as shit when that metal rip. So I dare one of you niggas to try to run up and get shot down by one of my youngers that's on the come up. It's suicide for you dudes to try to pursue the issue. Move a pistol, get you nailed to the wall when that tune hit you. It's too much talking and no more action. They think I'm rapping in simple mathematics. Guns get added, your dudes attracted. The proof is magic. You disappear. You was made to be reckless like some fishing gear. My niggas aiming at your face, trying to miss your head. And you get added to the weight, we gonna get this shit. My whole team, whole heat like an oven mitt. That rubber grip or dead, all that other shit. You like a blind nigga get pussy. Cause you don't know who you fucking with. Bang!
All my real G's that be fucking with me. Throw up them E's if you fucking with me. Niggas talking reckless won't say nothing to me. Ain't the bacon won't do nothing to me. Ain't no niggas fucking with me. We squeeze that man like it ain't nothing to me. I got a team of shooters that be fucking with me. My whole team of shooters that be fucking with me.
Yo, we back.
Hello.
What's the name of that joint, bro?
Hello.
That was E-Gang fucking with me.
E-Gang.
It was a lot of that going on.
E-Gang. A lot of niggas fucking with you, huh?
Yeah.
A lot of niggas fucking with you, huh?
Yep. They talking. I hear 'em.
Talking and they whispering, huh? Yeah. We gonna get straight into it. We speak a lot of things about the streets and things of that nature, and you know, me as a person from the streets myself, I always try to steer the young brothers in a correct way.
Yeah.
Who are out here experiencing things that I have already experienced, and I try to tell them that they should go a different path, you know, because everything ain't what it always seems. Mm-hmm. You know, that's where I want to get into with the gang culture, because me myself as a member of the Decepticons, and you.
Yeah, technically. If they want to talk culture, technically.
And when you say technically, what you mean technically?
If you go by these rules, I was never ex. I just turned my computer off. That's all.
Just turn your computer off for a second.
It's in sleep mode.
It's a lot of controversy with you, and when I say controversy, I'm gonna go into it because this is the truth. I met Vital at a time in my life where I was coming home from a bid. myself personally, and you know I had been DSEP for some time at the time, and POODAY, that's my brother. You know, we from Flatbush, Newkirk, and Rugby. You know, the original night breed of cons. You guys might not know nothing about that, but you can check history in the streets on that. Yeah. Night breed of con originally, and we were from Flatbush, and we heard about Vital, and being that, you know, like, what I want to get into with gang culture when I say this is that we heard about Vital. He was down with the same gang we are. He's just a different set, whatever you want to call it, set, tribe, whatever the fuck. We say legions. They get it. We say legions. So he was down with a different set, but he was making moves. And I was like, damn, when I came home from jail this time, I was like, damn, I got a different plan now. I want to do different things. Like, you know, I need people that's on some more positive and trying to build. Yeah. You know, because I feel like even though I'm from the streets, I can still be more than the streets. So I'm like, damn, I'm smarter than this, so we need to do different things a different way. Yeah. What I was doing obviously was wrong because it landed me in jail. You feel me? As a member of the Decepticons. And, you know, that's not to say that they contribute to that, because that's my own personal decisions. You know, nobody can influence me to do anything I didn't want to do from the get-go. But anyway, I heard about the brother Vital, and I'm like, damn, I gotta link up with this brother. I'm like, damn, yo, POODAY, yo, Vital, fuck is this talking about? We only, yo, Flatbush. Shout out to my man XL. Shout out to XL, and also shout out to Nightwing. I have to keep it real. Yeah. Shout out to Tragic. You know, shout out to all the originators from the block, originators of where I come from. Like, they put me onto the game, so I'm like, damn. They like, yo, bro, they always told me to expand. We bigger than things. So I'm like, I gotta expand. What the fuck is going on? He doing things. We should link up with the brother. But I don't understand that in every gang in the culture, it's like, damn, niggas don't want you to link up with another brother that's doing positive. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I linked up with the brother on my own terms. It took a lot of turmoil from even people I grew up with. Yeah. You know what I mean? For a long time.
What you asking him?
Yeah, no, I'm going to get to it.
Get to that. Get to that.
You know what I mean? Get to it. It took a lot of even turmoil from that. Like, brothers I grew up with, and I was like, fuck that. Fucking niggas talking about. Fucking with something, fucking with. You know what I mean? He talking about some other shit, getting money, things of that nature. And what I want to ask you is, how did it make you feel when you put the dedication and things of that into the organization and you didn't receive the same love back? How did it make you feel after the work that you put in? Because he put in a lot of work behind the scenes that, you know, we don't talk about.
Yeah, because it was expected of me, because I see the same shit happen to Chuckles. So, like, once you got so much love, like, they're gonna hate it, because you're dealing with people that's charged for ego. That's all this shit is basically ego. And they don't respect nothing that comes from them, that didn't come from them. And I never came in the game thinking I was bigger than everybody. Because even when you first met me, you heard I had my own legion. This was a legion I created. It wasn't even sanctioned. It didn't come from the top. I said, you know what? I'm bringing these back out, connect the cause. I branded my name Connect the King. What that means, I wanted to connect the cons. That's the reason I made that legion, was to connect the cons. And what the first thing I did, I wrapped up the style. You couldn't come in the style without hearing Vital, Connect the cons. Decent, like, what are you talking about?
Which is true.
Who is Vital? Everybody like, who is Vital? Who's Vital? Who's Vital?
It intrigued me.
Yeah, and that's basically what it was. Like, I had symbols on my jackets, my boots, pants, everything. Everybody who was with me, like, we was out there. Like, we wasn't hiding no more.
Just down to the floor.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't care. Like, I didn't want to be the toughest. I just wanted, because I had an argument with Triple L, who was my manager at the time when I was doing the music, because I'm like, every major artist had his camp. I had a camp, but I'm like, it wasn't the camp I wanted to bring out. 50 had G Unit, Cam had Dipset. I'm like, you know what? I'm D-Set, nigga. Like, why wouldn't I just do that?
Why wouldn't you want to stick with that?
Yeah, why wouldn't I bring my people? Like, this is real New York shit, right? So let me do this. So I stepped back, put my team together, and we just started hitting the streets with it. So of course, naturally, other people gonna hear about it. I wasn't expecting Rumble to hear about it though. Feel me? Because I met Rumble years ago, but I didn't know who he was. It wasn't until after I met him, I'm like, oh, I used to see him on Notion Ave. But yeah, everybody I met Cy on my own. I had a jacket I made, and I met his son. He ain't tell me who he was. I met Barrage at the motorcycle shop. Met him. I met all the originals on my own, separate. Know what I mean? So when they found out what I was doing with the music, they all came together. And when they heard what I was doing, they were like, oh, why? Well, yeah, you doing this on your own. So when they gave me the support, it was all love.
Facts.
Feel me? And then by the time y'all came, remember I already made Legions.
You
Know
already
what I mean?
had, things going on. Yeah.
One of the dudes who was my leader back in the days, which is Rockabye, when I brung him back in, I named him Merge, gave him his own Legion, brung him back in, put City down. City Twin was Corrupt, who was another one of my leaders, and now he's running with me. So it was cool. It was all love. We had one main goal, is to push the family forward. But it's the same as Malcolm X. That's why I say it was the Malcolm X effect, because I started hearing people say, oh, he got too much power. I'm like, what the hell you mean I got too much power? This was going on in my own studio. Dudes was making these comments behind my back at the studio. So I was already expecting this shit to come. I didn't know which way it was going to come, though.
Why you feel that came about, though? Where you feel that came about from?
Because you got to remember, when dealing with our fam, our history, we was the only one that destroyed us. It was no gang that beat D-Sep. It was D-Sep beating D-Sep. I even rapped about it when I did the Watch It thing. Just ain't the same for D-Sep. In that song, it did the same exact thing that I rapped about 8 years ago. It was the same thing. They always look for one thing, and then they try to push that thing. Like with the whole Chuckles situation. With Chuckles, he said he was Baby Galvatron. Minute, but they took that and they got him up out of it. With mine, it was the fake hit on Side Tragic and Wayne. They used that and they try to push that whole thing. And I'm like, come on.
To run you out, basically.
Yeah, but it wasn't even to run me out. I'm like, you know what, I'm going. I'm not doing this. This is stupid. Because I always vowed I would never put my hands on one of my brothers that I claim that I love. So that was the reason why I stepped off, because it was getting to that point. And you got to remember, I had people that was down with me that's loyal to me, like my cousin Miz is one of them. And without any gang, if you say anything about me, he's going to pop. It's just natural, because we family, we blood family. So I had to step back, like, it's getting out of hand, and I can't control everybody. So it was one of the hard decisions, but I had to do it. So,
you had to do it.
Yeah, so, and it was one of them spur of the moment, because it was just too much talking back and forth. I'm like, nah. I ain't letting
you
that
said
happen.
you feel it was spare the moment, and it was like, do you feel it was?
It was a lot of built up stuff, because, you know me, like one of the things they try to say is that y'all didn't pay homage to him, and everybody who know me, that was the one rule that I taught every con that ran with us, is that pay homage to the top. That's how we did it. That's what kept that chain of command. But then I started noticing the chain of command only worked when it goes up. The chain of command ain't work coming back down.
Back down.
We was doing so much that I used to ask people like Saul. I asked people in other legions like D-Stroke, like, yo, did dudes ever meddle in y'all businesses, like when y'all did stuff? Like, hell no. Like, you know, dudes was getting tested, X'd out every day.
Every day. Yeah.
But for some reason, every time we did something, we get the most attention. So like,
they really couldn't say that, because we learned that from Flatbush, from under X, and we always had protocol and things of that nature that we always follow suit, and that's what we came through.
But all that fed, all that you got. Now look at it from the bigger picture. All that fed into exactly what I was saying. Like, they had no say so in what y'all did. One because they didn't care about what went on there. But because we was getting so much attention, what's going on over there?
So do you feel that it was a big part that people used to start it, or not people used to start, because that don't make no sense, but people started to look at you like you started D-Sep because you was out there with the music, and you was out there, like how you said, you was out there with the Purple and Lime. So when you came to perform,
you gotta remember,
there was 30 or 40 motherfuckers with Purple and Lime green shirts, and you was doing a lot of interviews, and you was winning a lot of shows.
We had K-Slade, we had a lot of things going on.
Time in life. So do you feel that was a part of?
Yeah, because if you remember, because I was there, One of the main things that changed the game, I went to Pyramid a year prior to all of us coming in and performing as D-Sep, the group. And the only song I had the 50 Cent Easy to See record, and everybody know what that shit did. Like, this is when New York was just Blood Crip. That's all you heard. And I'm on stage like, it's easy to see when you look at me. So they was already fucking with it because they were like, because they already knew me, they already had a respect. So when I said, like, you can tell I'm D-Sep, and like, they were like, yeah, like, they brung that memory back. So a year prior, I told dudes, I'm bringing my fan back. So now that we got the mixtape being created, and we got a couple of songs on.
What's the first mixtape y'all created?
It was the Purple Rain mixtape.
The Purple Rain mixtape.
Which was Icon, which was something that came up with.
Who was that featuring?
It was all of us, me, Headstrong, Cyclonus, Ms. Man, Flashback. Was you on the Bellevue was on it, and I had Lower Connect. Shag was on, like, everybody was on there.
All the cons.
All the cons. And
shout out all the cons.
Yeah,
shout out the cons. Yeah.
Because the whole purpose was the Purple Rain, because we've been going so long. Like, if you look at the style and you see a bunch of symbols, it's supposed to look like Purple Rain coming down. That was the whole purpose of the mixtape. It went along with everything. But I came to the show, and when Mental Supreme saw me, and he seen me, Side Rumble, like, I had the originals in the club. Like, it was a beautiful night, and they didn't think I heard it. So Mental Supreme got on stage, and he gave me a shout out. He's like, I want to shout out my boy Vital, who single-handedly brought D-Sep back. That shit right there triggered something to dudes.
That comment.
Yeah, but the thing
Vital,
is,
who single-handedly brought
see,
D-Sep back.
the thing about it, let's talk. The thing about it is, it's true. Feel me? They even said it. They even Barrage gave me proud at the studio after they heard that the Watcher song. When I mentioned, they were like, "Yo, you did what dudes are trying to do for years." It's good to say amongst us, but when outsiders say it, now it's a problem because now you looking like you the leader when that never was the issue. So now, because I'm not from they group, I'm a second generation con. I got down to 90, so when they have their talks, I'm not there. So this is like whispers going around, and then, you know, when you say something, if I tell you something, and then you tell 3 other people, it becomes truth now. Yeah. So automatically, I said I ain't say nothing.
So you say that you never was tripping. You never was like,
how?
You never rode the wave like, nah, I'm just for the people. I was there. I'm just asking for just for the people, for the record. Like,
I experienced.
Like, hold on,
nah,
like just for the people. Like, you wasn't riding the wave like when he was like, oh, you single. Like we having real talk now in hindsight. Like we having real talk today.
Yeah.
But at that particular moment when he was like, oh yeah, you single-handedly. Like, he brought D-Sep back or whatever the case may be. Like, was you on your high horse when he said that? And
yeah.
Like, did you start?
Because a lot of people might say.
Hold on. Did you start treating the vets that came before you a certain way after you heard that comment? You understand what I'm saying?
Nah, because you got to understand. I had stopped my music. I was already popping with my name just as Lord Vital, just doing. I was already doing that. I stopped and went back to bring the team forward because it was a need for it. Now, because I got the symbol on my arm. This was the second tattoo I ever got. I'm doing this whole, like, full-fledged. And everybody I put down, even before I even met the originals, I'm like, yo, when you meet them, you got to pay homage. You have to. Because even if you remember when I was talking about the whole calisthenics shit, like, I used to have fights. Like, I used to have fights with dudes who used to take stuff that I taught them and didn't pay homage back to me because I couldn't give it to Kev Webb. It's the same with D-Sep. If you take my credit, I can't give it back to the original because I didn't start it. Feel me? Like, even the song that we recorded, I said it in there. I was repping Subtract. I came from Horror Cons. I mean, that comes from Construct from no what. Like, I used to always preach it in everything. I couldn't do nothing. Like, when I heard they were doing the D-Sep movie on Halsey, I got that phone call. I could have took my cons, went over there and shut it down. Nah, I made that call. Yo, sir, this niggas filmed the movie. What? Then we all went there. Feel me? I had that call the blood dudes like, yo, stop that. You was there. I'm like, yo, stop that. Pause that. Until everybody showed up. That's how they got into the movie and started doing their 1-2. Like, I always put, like, even when they were talking about doing the movie and trademarking the name and all that, I could have got the bread, trademarked that name.
What's the dude? What's his name?
It was Stiff Arm.
Stiff Arm.
Yeah, like we could have did that, but no, it ain't about me.
And he trademarked the name and got money off of that.
Yeah,
right?
it wasn't about me. Like, this is the team. Y'all handle that. Y'all the OGs. Y'all gonna get the money. If y'all feel that we deserve it, it don't matter, because the whole plan was to do the label and we go from there. That was the plan. But it's like they spent so much time bringing attention towards me, it just threw everything off the tracks.
Yeah, because at one time, like you said, everything was all up. So you feel at that particular moment when he made that announcement and they heard that, that's where the gears switched.
Yeah, because if you remember me, like, you know, I was everywhere. I was doing all the shows. I was everywhere. So it was a comment that was made, I mean, that I heard that somebody, oh, where are you, D-Sep? Or you know my nigga Vital? Like, what? You better ask Vital if he know me. It was that type of shit going on.
That type of shit.
Yeah.
That backhand under type of shit.
Yeah, and it was like, but like, you know, everything came back to me. Like, yeah, I met so-and-so. And I'm like, all right, that's what's up. I'm like, but why did that comment come out when it wasn't needed? Now, I mean, like, if you know I rep this wholeheartedly, that
you should feel good about that.
Yeah, like, that's my little brother repping for the team.
Yeah, nah, he for the team.
But like I said, amongst us is love. But when the outsiders start noticing shit, it's like, nah, hold up, they gotta know me. Now, I mean, and
so it boiled down to the fame.
So
the fame.
all right. So let me ask you. All right. So if you had to choose it all over again, the way that you fell back, would you do it the same?
Nah,
because there's a lot of people that was hurt behind that.
Yeah,
it was a ripple effect.
I'm gonna tell you,
it was a ripple effect when you kind of fell back from the whole situation.
I'm gonna tell you exactly, because I don't like repeat myself, and they can say what they want about me following protocol. Any issue I had, I brung it to Hook, because he the one that gave me Construct the chapter. So I mean, like, but when what people fail to realize, when Hook gave me Construct, I already had the army. No people came with it, besides like Storm and everybody else who was already come before me. But we was already linked, just with me being Vital and Connect-A-Con. We was already there. We had the movement. So when he gave me Construct, it gave me the responsibility, but we was already rocking. Now, I mean, so moving with the like how we was moving, they watched everything we did, everything. We had every Legion. It wasn't even about Construct no more. It was just D-Sep.
Just D-Sep.
Because you seen Banner at our shows. You seen freaking Minnesota at our shows. So it was. I'm gonna tell you the thing that shocked me the most, that hurt me the most that I heard, is that SoundScan came to the studio and was with Dizzo, and the comment that he made is with the Vital got too much power type shit. And Dizzo, like, he told me that like months later. But I'm like, if he said it, who said it to him? So like, what do y'all mean that I got too much power? Because any power I got goes straight to them. And the shit that killed me, because I'm sitting here like, when dude's daughter, when Saw's daughter was in school, and I think, was it Saw or was it Devastated? One of them, somebody's daughter was about to get jumped in school. Who they call? They called me. I sent the young cons, made sure they was good. When Rumble's son was about to get jumped, they called me. I sent the young cons. He got out of there. Like, but these are the same people that they used to look up, like, them niggas ain't D-Sep, they ain't G1, they used to shit on niggas. Now, I mean, I'm like, y'all can't do that. How y'all gonna wanna shit on the same people, but y'all want the game to be big, but then y'all wanna shit on the same young people I'm bringing in that's pushing forth y'all legacy.
Keeping the name going.
Yeah.
And pushing forward.
Pushing forward. Yeah, the growth.
And then it makes it funny, because now the younger cons start looking at them like, them niggas don't give a fuck about us. So what you think happens? They're gonna show me more love because I'm getting dudes jobs. I'm making sure dudes got cribs. I'm feeding my family. You know how we did. Like, I made sure my team was good, because I'm like, if they don't like you, I'm love you. So now we get to the point that they more loyal to me than the symbol. It's not my fault. That's not my fault. They did that. So now when they come through try to give orders, I'm like, nah, they're not gonna move. Nah, they're not gonna move. And then just say, like, if you was a general, you're not gonna just send any soldier to war if he's not good. If somebody's good on computers, you're not gonna give him a gun and tell him to kill. That's not his aspect. Now you gotta put your pieces where they're supposed to be at.
Facts.
So when dudes were like, yo, I need something, all right, I'm gonna holler at Vital. They don't like that. Because they feel you're supposed to move as soon as you do that. Now I gotta make sure my people get home. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna put the peoples in position that gonna make sure the job get done.
It's a fact.
But because I had that much power, it's an issue. Because now they're not listening to us. They're only listening to him, but they don't know why they doing that. Because y'all don't give a fuck about them. I watch how y'all treat each other. You feel me? I used to be around dudes all the time. I heard all kind of shit, regular shit. Like if I would really tell people what they used to say about them, nobody would be friends.
Nobody would be friends.
Yeah.
It's based on a bunch of lies and deception.
Yeah. So when I started seeing all that shit, like it's a lot of shit. Like y'all don't even know niggas stabbed all 4 of my tires.
Crazy shit.
Yeah. Now I mean,
This is after you dropped your flag.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stabbed all 4 of your tires up.
Yep. It was parked on motherfucking what was it, Prospect between Ralph and Buffalo. Now funny shit. Now peep game though.
Yeah.
Now this is saying that this is some real funny shit because I did a show. I came in late, right? Only parking I saw was on the block. I'm like, cool, park the shit there. Now, I mean, I ain't gonna say who did it, but I know who did it. Niggas ain't gonna see me.
That's why I'm laughing.
Facts though. Like
You said the address.
Dudes can say what they want, whatever. Now, I mean,
You said the address, and I'm laughing.
so I get up the next morning to go move the truck. You know, we had that street parking. I go over there, all 4 tires flat.
God.
Cause this one I had the Armada with the big ass 26-inch rims on it.
Yeah.
So I call a nigga Rock. I'm like, yo, Rock, you ain't so funny. I'm like, how I come outside and see all my tires slashed? She like, what? Nigga, what bitch you was fucking with? I'm like, nah, nigga, guess where they was parked at? Soon as I told him the location, he was like, don't tell me that, son. Nah, niggas ain't do that, son. Nah, do not tell me that. I'm like, I'm cracking up because it's funny to me.
You know what it is.
It's funny to me. I'm like, y'all could just approach me if it's that type of love. Like, say something.
Yeah.
I just bought 4 new tires. Matter of fact, I put my old wheels back on and gave the rims to somebody. I'm like, clown shit. Know what I mean? But yeah, that dudes is that hurt.
When you dropped your flag.
Yeah.
This is when you dropped your flag.
Yeah. Shit's sad though. Like for like that month, it was crazy because everybody was hurt. Know what I mean? But they didn't understand it from my point of view. It just looked like I was like, nah, I'm out of here.
So, question. What do you have to say to anybody out there that doesn't understand your decision of why you dropped your flag? Because a lot of people that's the thing. A lot of people may not understand your perspective of what made you drop your flag.
Now, I'm gonna tell you straight up.
You said that
I'm gonna tell you straight up.
And it was on Facebook. So that was very controversial, even for me, because you know you my nigga. I fuck with you.
Yeah.
You know I was even mad at you. Niggas can say whatever they
Niggas
want.
know I was the maddest, nigga. My dress was in the air, nigga.
The only reason why I
that.
posted on Facebook because dudes were talking crazy about me on Facebook. Now, mind you, my cousin Miz just came back from whatever. I think he was in Cali. He came back with him and his girl. He posting pictures on the Flavor on This Side page. That's the reason why I shut that shit down. Know what I mean? And when he posted pictures on there, niggas like, yeah, what the fuck this nigga Vital at? He's scared. Niggas is high. And so he like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Because I've been stopped fucking with dudes. Because remember, like, after we had issues with the G1s, I'm like, after I tell Hook what's going on, he was like, yeah, I'm going to talk to dudes. Nothing happened. I had another issue. Your Hook was going on. I talked to I ain't gonna keep doing this. So we already backed off from the whole team, and we just started doing just us. Feel me? So that's what that disconnection was. Like I wasn't even reporting there no more. Like nah, it's just us. Y'all don't
so
like
you
us
basically
anyway.
feel that in other words, we gonna do this.
You feel like they started shitting?
No, the big homies that was supporting you at one time wasn't supporting you no more. Basically,
You know why? Because you gotta remember, I'm not G1, never claimed it. And they have a certain oath amongst themselves that they won't break. Even if it would destroy the family, they won't break it. I done seen it. I mean, because look what happened with me. Like, as soon as I left, it wasn't the same. All you had to do was pay attention to what the fuck was going on and correct the mistakes. Because it wasn't on our side.
Not at all.
It wasn't on our side.
And I agree with that. It definitely wasn't on our side.
Yeah. And even all the stuff that they said, I said, like it was an issue, like at my birthday party. Remember the big birthday party we had at what's that club?
Supras?
On Supras.
Supras.
Yeah. Don't you know they told? Cause remember the issue that happened with Minnesota, right? When he had to fight at the club, and when Minnesota came to the studio, we spoke to Saul, and I told, cause Saul wanted us to pop with him on Dude, and I was like, nah, you got to clean up your house first. I'm like, them niggas that was with you. You got to deal with that. This is all facts. I'm like, you got to deal with that. I'm like, them niggas is pussy.
Facts.
I'm like, if they let you get jumped in the club, they got to be dealt with. Before we move for you, you got to deal with that. You know what I mean? And then right after that, I go outside, let them know the conversation I had. Next thing you know, I said D-Struck is pussy. So Sinister and Ratchet end up at my birthday party. And they came, they pulled me to the side. They're like, yo, I'm just going to come and ask you because I know how niggas be lying and giving it up, but I'm going to ask you what was told to me. Mm-hmm. And they mentioned that, like, yeah, niggas running around saying that you said D-Struck is pussy. I'm like, what?
I remember that night.
Yeah.
I remember that night. Like,
and I told them exactly what happened.
Remember
they was
that
like,
night.
wow. They were like,
Kaseko wound up getting into it. Free the Sugar, Sure Media.
Sugar.
Free the Sugar.
Yeah, like, it was a lot of.
He wound up getting into rum that night.
That was that same night.
That was the same night.
But this is stuff that goes on behind the scenes that a lot of people didn't know about because I never mentioned it. I just took it out. You know what? All right, fuck it. But for the love of the team, I'm not even gonna mention it because we was already on the brinks of just walking off. Like, fuck it, it's us or nothing. We was already there. I'm like, it was a lot of stuff I held back because it would create too much friction between us and them. So that was one of the reasons why I left the way I did.
All right, so to get back to my original question, if you could have did it different, would you have done it different?
Yeah, because I remember, like, I'm human at the end of the day. I get like that shit hurt, and
it took a lot to do that.
Yeah, and the easiest thing for me to do is just walk off instead of just fighting because I can't fight my brother. Feel me? No matter what they say, because they used to fighting and then chilling. Nah, if I gotta come to blows with you, I can't trust you. That's how I would.
I agree.
I cannot do that.
I'm not of that accord.
Yeah, I don't watch these dudes and slam dudes, stomp them out, stab them, all kind of shit, and then y'all want to be hanging like, nah, for the fam. I can't do that.
Anything you do like that to me, you might as well commit suicide.
Yeah, it's like I'm not used to that.
And you let me live, you might as well commit suicide.
When everybody was on some, won't y'all just fight and get it over? Like, it wasn't even to the point that we needed to fight because I never had no hatred in my heart in the first place.
You never had the aggression or the hatred, you say.
Yeah, so like when everybody kept saying, I'm like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Right. Oh, nah, I'm out because that dudes was talking crazy. Oh, we can meet on this block and do this and do that. So I'm like,
yeah, you know what's so crazy though? A lot of those same dudes though, and this is facts. Look, you know, we have the special guest, Lord Vital. Right? It was a special guest. It's a real special guest. But look,
it's a fact.
The truth is this: a lot of those. I want him to say this, but I have things to say too because
talk your talk.
Yeah, we were involved in these things too.
Yeah,
you know, this is why I brought him up here on the show to end all controversy. We're gonna end this for the record because this is live. We on live. You can go check back the audio and all this.
Facts.
A lot of you guys were with the wave. You was with the wave. When he dropped his flag, you changed your wave, but your perspective didn't change because those same dynamics are the same reason why we were together from the get-go. The reason why you even agree with anything because of the dynamics, the structure of things. See, that's the problem that everyone has. See, structure has to be a part of any gang, any family, blood, crib. It has to be structure. Because you have to hold people accountable for the things that they do.
No matter who they are.
No matter who they are. See, and that's the problem that we may have had with things that people disagree with. See, they're not going to hold each other accountable because of the code.
It's that code.
That code. But see,
I mean, you said it earlier.
You have to be held accountable.
It's an unbreakable code.
You have to be held accountable.
And you said like you witnessed. Period. That they're not gonna break, and that's cool.
So
and
it became like a losing battle.
It's a losing battle.
So yeah.
And on that note,
it's all good just to get your perspective because, like I said, it's so many people that you definitely need to hear your perspective.
If you
and your point of view, go ahead.
So if you look at it how I looked at it, know what I mean, because I didn't want the fam to just go in straight turmoil and then everybody just stop fucking with it. So if I was the issue, I removed myself.
You removed yourself.
And even when from decent rules, if a leader leaves, everything that came under him is also gone. What I did, like, yo, nah, this is just me. Y'all can rep. I still love y'all the same. This is just some shit I got to deal with. I can't fuck with it.
Yeah, but everything under that is over because that came from the the big honcho after that. You feel what I'm saying? Because like you said, see, when you left, you're not only leaving just your set, you know what I'm saying? You're leaving a whole chapter.
Everything
so,
that you
like you said, you gave legions.
Yeah.
So like you said, you had city cons and you had this or that. You feel what I'm saying? That's people that have 20 or 30 people under them.
Yeah.
And this one has 20 or 30 or whatever. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now when you leave that, that's all in turmoil.
Yeah.
And no one has no like leadership as far as when it goes as far as commandments and things of that nature. You feel me? As far as structure goes.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? So now when the big honcho come through and it's like, yo, that's it. You got to make a decision. You know what I'm saying? You got two options.
Yeah.
So you understand what I'm saying? So even though like you didn't dead it, it became dead because once the head left, there's no. You understand what I'm saying? So the big honcho come through and just shut it down because it's too many.
Yeah.
It's too many motherfuckers to be like, yo.
Unsupervised.
Yeah, it's too many motherfuckers to be unsupervised. And like how you were saying before, not understanding why the loyalty was the way it was. That's a big thing that you spoke about.
Yeah.
If you're doing for certain individuals and others are not, of course, anyone that you could actually lean on, you're gonna put them in a different perspective than someone that you could never count on.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's just human nature. You cannot
nature,
tell me
nature.
no. Anyone that's watching this right now, they can never tell me that that's not the truth.
That's the truth.
Because there's a bold-faced lie. You feel me? Anyone that you can call and be like, yo, bro, I ain't got no food. Yo, bro, I need $20. Yo, bro, I ain't got no gas. Yo, bro, I need this. And they like, yo, I got you. I got you. I got you. You feel what I'm saying? And then you got a motherfucker, or, you know what I'm saying? You got motherfuckers that come through and don't provide that same type of comfort for you.
Energy,
you understand
period.
What I'm saying?
The
or
whole energy, period.
Or energy, period, right? Because it's not even about giving. It's just about energy. Also, the energy level has to be high.
Energy level, period.
Mm-hmm. So,
yeah,
you can't expect people to just jump like that when it becomes a situation if I have to choose between someone who does for me and doesn't do for me. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? That's impossible. That's like, yo, I'm gonna fight my landlord. He gonna kick me out. So I'm gonna fuck with. Nah, I can't do this. Cause I need to go in my crib tonight and sleep. Yeah. Cause I can't sleep by you. Yeah. Fact. You understand what I'm saying?
And on that note, we're gonna leave it at this.
Any last words? Any last words you want to say? Listen, give him all your information, give him your wife's information, give him your music, everything. We're about to sign out.
He's still doing his 1-2s.
Of course.
Anything else? Any last thing you want to say to the fam?
Just go to www.
The fam is watching. Anything before you want to say to the fam before you get your business thing? Anything else you want to say on that?
I just say my computer is still on. It's just in sleep mode. So don't think I ain't watching. I see all messages.
You heard that. You heard that from the horse himself. And on that note, thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Boys with POODAY and
Plaga.
Sometimes you.
Yeah. You already know. Special guest, Lord Vital.
Last song.
Yeah.
Off the
EIB. Building, man. Appreciate you for coming through, shedding a little light on things. This episode might have been a little personal, you know, to us, but it was needed, and we wanted to get this thing off. Shout out to all the cons. It's all love. You know what I mean? We wanted y'all to see this for yourself. The guy spoke for himself. On it, DFL. You know what I stand for, so holla at me, man.
Know what I stand for. DFL for life.
You already know what it is.
FBC. In fact.
Let's go. It's simple mathematics if we got a problem. I can add the automatics if we got a problem. Divide and subtract, you bastards, if we got a problem. And then multiply this cash, it's not a problem.
It's simple mathematics if we got a problem. I can add the automatics if we got a problem. Divide and subtract, you bastards, if we got a problem. To
To multiply this cash is not a problem.
Hand me them hammers, I handle the worst problem. Lamb Yosemite Sam style, damn right. I shot at him, famished him of his oxygen. Boxed him in, rock the shit. I'll be clear, I will fuck you up. I'm a lot of shit. Not the nigga that play with, I say this shit every day in my verses, so ain't no need to explain it in person. Today you lame, take my kindness and mistake it for herb shit. Ain't no leg in no verses, niggas lay it in hearses. Best rapper alive that's really on that gangster shit. Really hate the bitch, really cool short cops faking bits. Really calm, but I pound fractions out your faces. The equation ain't that complicated, ain't no algebraic shit. Rather be blanking in purple than hurting dudes, but these squares, triangles, the rectangle, my circle do serve you dudes. Shots like I'm barging, all y'all gon' take more shots than the ball hog. Pause, dog.
It's simple mathematics if we got a problem. I can add the automatics if we got a problem. Divide and subtract, you bastards, if we got a problem. To multiply this cash
It's not a problem. It's simple mathematics if we got a problem. I can add the automatics if we got a problem. Divide and subtract, you bastards, if we got a problem.
Let's take a
Let's multiply this cash. It's not a problem.
The answer is no apologies. You squares be the root to where my problems be. Now who I'm equal to, let's try to solve it please. I got my masters, I can teach you trigonometry. Because when I get vexed, I get stressed. Problem check, start to check. With no numbers and shapes, I can find your X. My big caliber with small guns. Me, my big numbers is greater than your small ones. Yeah, I told niggas I'm about my paper. Me and Rock fuck with these numbers like calculators. 3, 5, 7, 44, straight to your medulla. Put numbers on them, line them flat if you think you're a ruler. Me with a 4/5. Plus the bullshit, divide these clips and then your click leaves nothing. So fuck if you hard body on the mathematics and with the automatic that give me lessons to make you car body.
It's simple mathematics if we got a problem. I can add the automatics if we got a problem. Divide and subtract, you bastards, if we got a problem. And then multiply this cash, it's not a problem.
It's simple mathematics if we got a problem. I can add the automatics if we got a problem. Divide and subtract, you bastards, if we got a problem. To multiply this cash,
It's not a problem. School, you niggas. It's the school of hard knocks for that ass, boy. Pause. Straight music, nigga. Can add my mob and take away your family, sucker.